Hello, my name is Adem Dugalic. I'm a second-year computer science engineering student. This is my project from embedded systems, the PiCar. The PiCar is a wirelessly controlled electric vehicle. Its main features are that it avoids all obstacles and crashes that are in front of it. And it also possesses a small roaming feature which allows it to go around and explore the environment on its own. Let's talk about the hardware components of this project. The main component is the Raspberry Pi. For this project I'm using the Raspberry Pi 3B+, which is a great platform on its own and offers a great upgradability later on. The next component would be the H-bridge or the motor controller, which actually communicates directly with the Pi and sends signals to the motors. As for the motors, I'm using 4 DC motors which work from 6 to 12 volts and use about 1 to 2 amps. Now the power for the whole project, we have 2 power supplies. One is the power bank, 5000 milliamp power bank, 5 volts, which powers the Raspberry Pi, and the other is 11 volts battery pack that is powering the motors. As for the sensors, I am using the ultrasonic sensor that, as we can see in this picture, its main feature is that it sends sound waves to the object which bounce back to it, and based on that we can calculate the distance between it and the object. There was a small problem when we are connecting this specific sensor to the Raspberry Pi. On this picture we see that we have to use a voltage divider to lower the voltage of this sensor that it sends back to Pi from 5 volts to about 3.3 volts, because the Raspberry Pi can only accept up to 3.3 volts on its GPIO pins. For the software part, the whole project works on C and C++. I'm using the server-client architecture where the Raspberry Pi is the server and my smartphone and the desktop are the clients. So this project works both on the desktops and the Android smartphones. The applications were made using Qt Creator, both for Android and desktop, while the server on the Raspberry Pi was created using vanilla C and C++. I was using C to create the server and sockets, everything that is connected to the server, while I was using C++ to create threads and make it multi-threaded. Now let's see a demo of this project. Here in this video I'm using my mobile application. It doesn't look that good, but it works. As mentioned before, the application was made using Qt and programmed in C++. Here I'm controlling my car, and in this video I'm coming close to a wall and pressing forward, but the car won't crash. So it knows when there's something in front of it and actually sends back the distance to us in the application. As you can see, we can measure the distance of objects that are in front of it. In this demo, you will be able to see how the PiCar is being controlled by the desktop application. Using this application, you can notice 2 main parts. On the left side we have the legend, which shows us which key does what, while in the middle we can see the distance being measured by the car. This application is a little bit more user-friendly because it uses physical keystrokes to control the car, and overall we have noticed that this application provides a better responsiveness with the PiCar. In the background you can see the car being controlled by this application. I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for listening.